Hey guys, it's Carrie the Paper Monkey. Listen, I was standing here actually, just working away, and I thought, God, why don't you just turn on the dang camera, girl, and show everybody? Sometimes I don't because I don't know, I feel like I confuse people when I do things. But then it's like this, I think it's gonna work out. I'm working with my Cinch machine again. I hope you guys caught Angela's live this past weekend. I'll link it. She and Tracie did such a fabulous job. Me, not so much. So I was trying to cinch some little different cards into journals. This one was a giveaway, and it's going to my friend Susan. I totally love it. Now, I just felt like I didn't explain things very well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Past, moved on. But the one thing that I wanted to do today, and I've been wanting to kind of try this, was I want to cinch a little golden book. You've seen them done before. And I'm not saying that I'm the first person to do it like this, because I'm sure I'm not. But I'm going to cinch it up here at the top. And I'm going to make a little flip notebook. And I wanted to use these as dividers. So you can see I've cut everything down, just some regular white filler paper and all that. So I said, well, hold on a minute. Let me turn the camera on. Let me try and just see what I can do. Now, I made these divider pages, primary colors. I didn't use the color palette in the book. I know. I could have, I guess. Probably would have been better, but regardless, it'll just be cute anyway. We're just going to go with it. We're going to go with what we got. So I wanted to just make these little pockets, these dividers into little pockets, just so you could slip a little note or something in there. I'm going to put them on this side of the page too. And I made these little tucks. I made them this long just because this was the offcut of this original page. You know what I mean? Like I just, that was the reason why they're so long and like that. I hope everybody's doing well. I am personally having a fabulous day. I don't know if you'll have seen this yet or not when this video launches. I hope so. I hope you've seen it. But I actually created my first junk journal kit. I did. Yep. And I'm going to announce it on a live that is scheduled for, what's today? So it's scheduled for tomorrow, which is this Friday, September 12th. Is when I'm going to show everybody the little kit that I created. And I really am. I'm really excited about it. And I've been thinking about it since I made Lainey Ray her very own junk journal, her personalized junk journal out of a paper bag. I'll link that video too below if you guys haven't seen that one. And Lainey Ray is not my granddaughter. However, she is very, very, very special to me. And she's 10. And she had asked me to make her a journal. And I said, say less, Lainey Ray, say less. And so I made her one. And when I made that, I realized, I thought, you know what? Wouldn't that be fun to have a kit made for kids? Where they could just play. They could just explore and play and glue and cut and paste and, well, gluing and pasting, same thing, but you know what I mean? Like, and I'd just been mulling over it a couple months now, thinking about what I could do, and then back to school rolled around, and I saw all these supplies out there for kids, and I thought, why couldn't we just put it in a little pencil pouch? And so that's what I did, and I hope everybody likes it. I really do. Just really excited about it. So, of course, we'll see, and I can't wait to see, because I'll listen. This is full disclosure here, okay? I tell y'all all the time, what a copycat I am. I am the very first person to admit I'm going to be a copycat. I'm going to copy everything everybody else does. I don't have an original idea, because I don't. So I'm almost embarrassed to tell y'all what I thought. I thought, you know what? There's going to be at least 10 other creators going to come out with their own kits for kids. And I thought, now you big old hypocrite. No sooner did I have that thought, I thought, you are the biggest hypocrite here on YouTube. You copy everybody. You copy everybody on YouTube. You copy everybody on Pinterest. You copy everybody on Instagram. And you have the gall, the audacity. I thought, you know what, girl? You need to repent right now. And I did. I hope y'all go out and copy me, because I would be so honored to see what everybody else comes up with. Let's make these kids some junk journals. Let's all go out there and make junk journal kits for our kids, okay? And so we can teach them how to junk journal at an early age. That would be fun. Yes. So anyway, I feel better now that I've confessed my sin to you guys, because really and truly, no, all jokes aside, we are a good community here. We support each other, and I've never been made to feel like copying someone was a bad thing. And that's what I love about this community. We're just here for each other, you know? And that's how I want it to stay like that. So I don't ever want to be the person to say, oh, you can't copy me. If somebody copied me, Lord have mercy, I'd do cartwheels. I would. I'd be like, huh? What? And I'm not looking at this book and seeing what I'm cutting off, what in the image I'm cutting. I'm not doing it, because then I do this analysis paralysis thing when I start doing that. I really do. Do y'all do that? I get in these, especially with a visual. I'm like, oh my God, what if I cut off somebody's foot, and what if it looks weird? I'm not doing that with this. I'm not. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And we're just going to do it, because this is kind of a prototype. I do have a person in mind that I'm probably going to send this to, unless I just muck it up real bad. But, yeah, I have somebody in mind already for this little prototype. You would think I would keep, the first things that I make, but I usually don't. I really don't. I usually just send it off. And look, I didn't even figure out what part of the book this goes in. But you know what? I think I can. I think I have another copy of this. Let me see. I'll put the pages in order. I'll at least do that. Let's do that real quick. Thank y'all for coming along to this this discombobulated mess. Okay.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus.
Yes. Okay, we're good. We are good. Okay, so that's the whole book. Now, I don't know if I should put... I want to put the book. I do want to put the book because I have enough room with the coil and stuff to put it. So I think I'll put the book in the back. I think I'll do it like that. And then I'm just going to guesstimate the pages. You know, like separators. I'm not going to count how many, because again, this is just my prototype. If I were selling these, it'd be a different, you know, I'd do 25 pages between each, whatever. And then, but I'm not going to do it. I'm for the purposes of this, and this is not a tutorial. Oh, please do not come to my channel for a tutorial. Oh, goodness gracious, don't do that. Now, if I wanted to get real fancy, you could even do like dividers, index dividers on this side, because I have found a bunch of them too. I might do one like that eventually. This is a small, this is like my first little golden book. Let me tell you how big this one is too. It is 6 by 4, is it? 4 3/4. So it's a little smaller version, but what a cute little notebook this is going to be. Okay, now this is another thing that I do different. If y'all don't have this centering ruler, run, go get it. I got it from Uncle Jeff. I'll link it below if y'all want to go to my Amazon affiliate. If not, don't worry about it. Go find one. It's a game changer. I swear to y'all, it is a game. In fact, I think they sell them at Hobby Lobby, I think. But anyway, you could probably look on Walmart.com. They're probably everywhere. This, all you do to find the center is this is going to be your center. So whatever your measurement is here needs to align with your measurement here, or vice versa. Make sense? So I'm at 2.5 here, and I'm just a little shy of that 2.5. So I'm just going to scooch it over a few lines until, yep, that's about as good as it's going to get right here. I think, is that right? Because this is 2 1/4, 2.5, 2 1/4, 2.5. I'm off a little bit. Oh yeah, that's pretty darn close. I'm gonna do it right here. Okay, what I should have done is this, technically, because this is my template page. Oh. Now I'm gonna put something to cover this. See how that's that little Walmart tag right there? Okay, that's my center, okay? Now what I need to do too, actually, in order to see it, let me put it on my mat right here. I'll show y'all a little trick. I need to mark my center at the bottom too. It'll be easier to see on this machine. It only took me about a year to figure that out, but you know, at least I got there, I guess. Put that on that line, put that on that line, and that. Okay, so there's your full center, okay? So what will happen on here, and this is always kind of tough to show y'all because of the vantage point of the camera, but on this machine, there's a little center mark right here, okay? These pegs, if you pull them out, they disengage the punch. Each peg represents one punch that would be made, okay? Well, I know, first of all, the document itself or the book itself is not, it's not that wide, right? I'm not going to pull every peg. In fact, I'm not even going to pull, I think what I'll do is I will, depending on the center, let's see, your center is between 6 and 7. So there's my center between 6 and 7, about. I think I might start with pulling the number, oh, I might start over here. Huh. I was going to say I'd start with the 3. With the 3, yeah, and go to the 10, because that will leave the 12 and the 11 and the 2 and the 1 disengaged. So that gives you, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna punch one page so you can see what it looks like. Let me just grab one of these. Okay. And my center, I'm gonna use my marks on this deck to help me with my center points also. So there is my center there. Oh, I hope that it didn't stop recording. It's hard for me to see here. Okay, I thought we had stopped recording, but we didn't. We didn't. So that is on my center. So on the deck itself, I can see also where my center is, and I always put little pencil marks. And I'll try to get rid of them, but I don't always remember. Okay, so that and that. Okay, really and truly, I just need to line up the one and I should be fine as long as I'm lined up. Okay, so and I push the paper all the way against the back deck here. You'll feel it stop. Okay, here is what your holes look like. So you can just do a couple of test pages, and even if you wanted to, like, you don't even have to go that far, right? You could probably leave this one out and this one out and still have a good cinch on that. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah. I think we're going to go with that. I do. I think we're going to go with that. Let me remove these marks so I don't get confused. And it's not that mark, and it's not that mark. See how I've marked up my whole machine? I need to take a baby wipe to it, probably. I need to take some time to clean it up. Oh, did I lose my mark? I lost my mark. Yep, I sure did. I'm gonna have to mark it again, guys. That's it. Okay. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, let me show y'all how easy this is. Okay, I'm gonna take the covers first, the front and the back cover, and I'm just gonna line it up here against my little mark here. I know this is center, and it should go through both the front and the back cover. It's pretty strong. You'll have to use some force, but okay, never mind. You ever have one of those days where you're just like, oh my goodness. Okay, there's your holes. I know. I'm gonna give y'all my go-to channel for Cinch is Karolina Crafts. Please go. You want some tutorials, y'all? Karolina Crafts, does she have the great, fantastic job at tutorials? I'm not even kidding, y'all. I'm just showing you my process. Like I said before, I'm just showing you my process. So let me do that. But at least you'll get the concept. It really, guys, if you've been on, really and truly, if you've been on the fence about getting a cinch machine, I know the holidays are coming up and stuff, I hope that I am not making this seem or look difficult. It is not in the least, okay? Get a centering ruler and the cinch machine. I promise you, it is a game changer. You will love it. I have used this thing more times than I really thought that I would. And again, I have this machine. I have it linked in my Amazon storefront. You're more than welcome to go look at it there. But please go check your prices, because this is kind of I think anyway that it's a pricey ask. You know, I happened to get mine like on sale. My Uncle Jeff was running a sale, and I happened to be looking at the prices, and I don't know how much it is now, but I got a really good deal on Amazon. But again, I don't know how much they are now, but you know, around the holidays they'll start putting things like this on sale. So if this is something you've been waiting for, I hope that this little process video will help you to decide if it's, you know, something that you would really enjoy, because I really have. I got these at Ollie's. So again, if you're out there at Ollie's, look, $1. Phew, that's a good deal. Let me tell you. That is a really good deal. Let me try and open these. I hate to rip the top of packaging like this because there's 4 in there and I want to be able to, yeah, there we go. I want to be able to use the box as it's intended. How do I get sidetracked? Okay, so what you're going to do here, watch. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 holes. So I need 8 little hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little hooks. I'm just going to cut right past that. But I'm going to try and cut this little thing a little long because after it's cinched, you're going to turn these little ears down. Okay? I'm going to turn the machine around this way. And these square or flat edges are meant to hook right on to this, the hooks on the side of the machine. That helps you to build your book. Now, this is where I screw up a lot of times. A lot of times I do it. A lot of times. Okay. You have to put your front and back cover back to back. Okay. This is my front. Okay. Then you hook it on to those. Hook it into the hooks. Then you're going to take your paper and you're just going to start building, being mindful that this was your top. Okay? So that, look at it like that and make sure that that's how you want your pages to go. Here it kind of doesn't matter because they're really non-directional, but just keep in mind that that's how it's going to come out. I think it'll make more sense if I can show you once I take it off. Let me show you. So you take it off, you just slip it right off the hooks. And if you look at your book, now it's going to be kind of hard, but this is the back, all right? And then that is the front. And then your pages, if you've loaded them right, should all be exactly the way you need them loaded. And I believe they are. Again, these were kind of non-directional, but let's look at the divider page. Because I wanted my pockets to go on the right-hand side, and they are. Okay? So, if they weren't, you can just take it off the coil before you bind it and fix it that way. Now, here is where the binding happens. The one thing that I'll tell you straight off the bat is this little instruction here says push and turn. Well, I am so literal that it took me longer than I probably care to admit to understand that I had to push down and turn. And I'm being serious with y'all. Really. But that's why I mentioned that here. This little knob, you activate it by pushing down. If you turn to the right, if you turn to the left, it's going to go this way. If you turn to the right, push down and turn to the right, it's going to go that way. This way is making this mechanism, this little bar, get smaller for the smaller coils. So the 3/8 coil is the smallest coil it'll bind. Okay, I think that is okay. I think. Let's see. Let's look at it. Oh, y'all. That worked. Oh, I love it. And then oh no, look what I did. See what I did? Look, I'm just going to take that page out. I wanted to end it with the storybook. So I did. I just put that one at the end. Okay. That's so cute. Now, what I might do, like I said, I might run some rickrack or some kind of lace or something right here. I don't want to impede this little mechanism here, and I need to clean up the little book too. And then I can, I could put a pocket right here. I could have decorated all that before, but I was so excited to show y'all. Anyway, I'm sorry for this discombobulated video again. I'm going to get better at the cinch machine, or I feel like I'm okay at the cinch machine. It's showing you guys the process of the cinch machine that I'm going to work towards getting better at. So if you have endured this whole video again, I really appreciate you a lot, because you have seen me flub through this process again. So thank you for your patience with me. But I'm going to keep working on that, and I will eventually get to be better at showing you guys. Anywho, thank you guys so much. And like I said, if you guys are considering this, asking Santa Claus for this machine, I say go for it. I really do. Look how quick that went. The longest and the most effort, I believe, that you're going to that you will spend time on is cutting the paper. It's cutting your pages down to fit, really and truly. And if that's something that it doesn't bother you, because it doesn't really bother me, to get a product like this that's so unique, because the other stuff, the decorating and stuff, that's the fun part, right? So, anywho, thank you guys for coming along. And you know what I always say? I do hope that whatever it is you get to do today or in the next few days, it is at least as much fun as I had making this cinch-bound little notebook. Thanks, and we'll chat soon. Bye.